ALDRIDGE. I'm a photographer here in Nashville. I tend to specialize in landscape and fine art photography. This is the pinup show, so we'll be doing some pinup stuff here. I'm 53 and I started seriously, I guess you would say, it's debatable, as a teenager, and so it was mainly black and white. I love black and white of any sort, and yeah, we mainly did landscapes and that sort of thing back then, but event, documentary type photography and whatnot. For a while I did a lot of fashion photography, so Richard Avedon and those sort of things, Edward Wesson, Horst P. Horst, you know, I don't know, there are a lot of influences, I guess, but yeah, I mean, now there's a couple of young photographers that are really good. One guy named Ryan Muirhead and another guy named Jan Schultz from Sweden. He's actually German, but he's Swedish, lives in Sweden, and he is just excellent. They're like me, primarily still use film. I shoot a lot in digital for certain jobs and things, but almost everything I shoot is shot in film. I have several friends who are pinup models and that sort of thing, and there were a couple of publications that I was asked to shoot a few things for, and last year's National Raw Entertainer of the Year was Shannon Mee, and she's a friend of mine, and she and one or two others of her friends that are big pinup models around here, I had done images for them, and because those images were linked to them and me, then all of a sudden I became a pinup photographer, you know, which is fine, and I like that world, but it's just not my normal thing, and but around Nashville, yeah, there for a little while, that's who I was. I'm mainly working on landscapes, and I was doing, of course, photography was a sideline, so to speak, or more my hobby that, you know, I did fairly well at for many, many years. I've recently gone into photography full time, but not so much as a commercial artist. I'm fortunate to be in a position where I can work seriously on my fine art stuff, and so I'm trying to get a body of limited edition prints and that sort of thing together. I've been fortunate enough to be in a few, you know, biker magazines and pinup magazines and things like that. You know, I don't know that Luminous Landscape would be, it'd be great to be featured at some point on Luminous Landscape. There's the Frame Network, which you have to be in a framed episode or to be on a film. There's one of their shows is called Film. That would be kind of neat. But you know, mainly I just want to get out and create what I like and be able to display it, and hopefully people will like it. I've been pretty fortunate so far. People usually do, and I just want to do it on a wider scale and get the name, you know, spread it where more folks can see it, so to speak. Those same models I mentioned earlier were involved with Raw last year with their pinup show. Through that I met Lauren, the local director, and I actually came in and shot some behind the scenes stuff, so to speak, last year for them. Through other exhibits and whatnot, and you know, friendships, I maintained contact with Lauren. When I kind of basically retired from my quote-unquote 9-to-5 job a little while back, I just thought, well, it's time to do Raw. Raw is one of the bigger events of this type in Nashville now. At a time it wasn't, it is now. So Why not? This present time, my site is actually down for reconstruction, but it's TonyAldridgePhotography.com, and it'll be back up shortly. I do have Facebook. Besides the personal account, I have actually two pages, I guess you call them, on Facebook. One is Tony Aldridge Photography. The other one is A Fat Man with Film. And the only stuff on that is definitely just film-related stuff. I am Tony Aldridge. I'm a raw artist.